Hey guys, insight number 4. We're in Alma chapter 47, verse 4, and this is little by little, because this is Malachi being subtle little by little. So, scripture reads, Now behold, this was the desire of Malachi, for he was being a very subtle man to do evil before he laid the plan in his heart to dethrone the king of the Lamanites. He already had this all mapped out, and he was doing it little bit by little bit. He appeared to be their servant, to be their friend, to do a whole lot of things before he basically killed the king, took the queen, and then did some ugly stuff. Now, his downfall was terrible as well. But how do you see things being subtle today? That's the question, because there was a little bit by little bit, subtle. Just a little bit by little bit. How do you see things being subtle today? What's standing out to you that's subtle? A little more downing on that person, a little more forgetting about the war in, like Ukraine, a little bit more about like this topic. Very subtly do things change. Prices in the supermarket aren't so subtle anymore, but they're still changing. Every week it seems they've just gone up a little bit, until the point where most of us now are struggling to feed ourselves here. So, what's subtle that you're noticing? And what turns out to be wolf in sheep's clothing that you have experienced, because it's exactly what Malachi was. He came out to be this, it's going to be fine. We have our government saying it's going to be fine, it's going to be this, it's going to be that, and it never is. We need to look to Christ for those kind of promises. What he says is going to be true and fine, and what our governments and our leaders are saying worldwide, some of it is okay, some of it's not. You've got to be prepared. This is part of that being prepared. We've got to be very, very careful in using our discernment to see this little by little, because it is very subtle and very clever. So what can we do to avoid or stand up to the persistence of Satan and his followers? What can we do to get this little by little subtlety that starts creeping in? It's the minute we need to watch. When it's the scriptures will say, watch therefore, that you can see this, to have that knowledge and go, actually, that doesn't sound right. And even if it's not that bad, so if it doesn't sound right to you, just say, no, thank you, that doesn't sound right to me. I don't like that. All the scammers that are going, or the things that are trying to be sold to you on Facebook and stuff, a lot of them are not real, a lot of them are overcharging, a lot of it's just garbage. So how do you know that? It's education, it's asking someone else, it's just going, like, not falling for their clever spiel, being very, very careful, very careful. So how do you avoid that? What subtle things do you see these days? And how do you avoid or stand up to the persistence of Satan and his followers? Like, what do you do to see the subtleness that's creeping in? Anyway, that's insight number 4. I want to hear your answers. Let me know. All right, see you guys.